Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show. We get a lot of Everything shows tonight. I'm your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Greetings all.
What's up, Chris?
So I beat the Skynet level, but now I'm on the Legion level, and they keep telling me I have to die.
Right.
What do I do?
I don't know. Why don't the Terminators just go? Hey, here's a question, right? Instead of, they're so smart, so eventually they learn how to go to the future, right? But now that timeline's wiped. Why don't they just create a thing where they send 1 million Terminators into the future where John Connor's like 90 years old and just try to take over the Earth from there?
I mean, why not? Unless
Send
they're
back sleeper cells.
Why isn't it like that the whole point was not that there was a specific mission in mind, that they just sent Terminators like lifeboats in throughout time so that way they still exist?
I mean, why not?
Like somebody finds a Terminator, they make Terminators.
Unless a writer or director introduces some kind of limit to this, like Skynet can only do it X amount of times or something like.
Or travel back in time like 5 times and that's it.
Or maybe like the equipment only works a certain amount of time and then it has to recharge.
Go so far back, and then like in 7 days.
Here's my thing with that though. Like, if you know anything about the expanded lore of Terminator, whether it's canon or not is in question now, but I don't see why they would change this. They said that Skynet eventually figures out how to create cold fusion, which is like a super efficient way of powering like electronics and stuff.
Okay.
They said that its main reactor, like its main headquarters, was in like Colorado or something like that.
Okay.
And it was a cold fusion reactor that was guarded by this thing called the T-1 million.
Okay.
Which was like this gigantic T-1000 that looked like a giant spider.
Ooh, cool.
And it was literally just made of the liquid metal, and it could take like a whole bunch of forms, and it was like almost indestructible and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So if Skynet can figure out cold fusion and time travel, nothing there says that it can't send anything into the future. So what you're saying is not inaccurate. Like, why doesn't it just send like a friggin' legion, no pun intended, of Terminators into the future and just be like, I'm taking over. You thought you beat me, but haha.
I'm just going to go a different direction.
Why couldn't they have a Terminator look like the president of the United States? And then he kidnaps the president, and the Terminator takes over as president, pushes the button, and basically starts the whole Terminator thing. Like a Terminator that doesn't kill, like it's just.
They probably think if they do this in the movie, it'd be, I don't want to say sacrilege, but it's sort of.
It would just be stupid. Like, who would watch a movie like that?
No, but I know, but it's just, there's got to be something they can do that's new, like makes it new, like not.
Well, that's what they're trying to do with this. It's just this is like this is too new. It's like they're replacing everything, and it's like that's not what we asked for. Like
it's like they're rebooting it in a way.
Well, how about this? Why don't they do something where they send the Terminators back, and these Terminators that are already sent there are not aware of this mission, and the old Terminators see these new Terminators as a threat. It's like a civil Terminator war in the past.
I think that they're doing that on a smaller scale because we know that Arnold's T-800 at some point fights the Rev 9, which I'm assuming Arnold's going to get destroyed. But
right.
That's in the trailer too. You see Arnold punching the Rev 9.
That's the Terminator that killed John Connor.
That's the Terminator that killed John Connor. That's also allegedly. You ready for this one? This is another spoiler. I don't know if this is potentially true or not, but I think it was on like a casting or call sheet or something.
Okay.
There was something on there that said Terminator Strike Force. Like this Terminator has some sort of force that he leads or something.
So the View's coming into play now?
I don't know, man.
So what if the only way to beat Legion is to make sure that Skynet happens?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like, what happens if they do like a Skynet versus Legion kind of thing?
All they have to do is let Arnold Schwarzenegger's Terminator get his parts used and copied, and there he goes, Skynet right there.
Yeah.
Other news.
Arnold also lives in a log cabin in this movie too.
So does Rambo.
Well, let me ask you a question, right? Instead of a Terminator just sitting by for 30 years, right? Why wouldn't he just build other Terminators?
I don't
But
know.
this is from the number. This is the good guy.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Thank you, Scott. Because apparently this one has like a come to Jesus moment that it shouldn't have killed John Connor.
Remember, he was assisting John Connor in 2.
No, that's not the same one. He burned to death.
Not the same Terminator.
That's not the same Terminator. He burned to death in that.
Yeah.
That's not the same
No,
Terminator.
apparently the one in Dark Fate kills John Connor, right? And from what they're saying in this script, again, this might be wrong, but from what they're saying, apparently this Terminator goes, I shouldn't have done that.
But, like, how? What, so, no, like, she doesn't reprogram him?
Apparently not, because if this new dialogue is to believe, when she goes to meet this Terminator, she goes, I'm going to kill you after all this is over. And he goes, I understand. She takes Grace to him so he could train her into fighting. Oh, yeah. It's that bad.
So, the Terminator that kills her son, she doesn't kill it.
No.
She leaves it.
I'm assuming because she can't. Like, she probably has nothing to kill it with.
But she doesn't try to find it later on and kill it. She just leaves it for 30 years. Or whatever.
I guess.
How does that make any sense?
It doesn't.
But the whole point of Terminator 2 is to prevent Skynet. Now, while he exists, Skynet exists.
Unless this was a T-800 built by Legion.
But they don't know who he is.
Apparently Legion does, if that's what's the case. If this is the case.
I'm confused. I don't know. I'm confused now. I have no idea what's happening.
It could be that Legion knows who they are, and the Resistance doesn't.
Well, who the hell is this Mackenzie?
Mackenzie Davis?
Yeah.
She's an enhanced human sent back to protect Grace.
She's not a Terminator.
She's not a Terminator. She's an enhanced human.
And she's going to die right away. She doesn't live.
She apparently lives throughout the whole movie.
Oh.
Yeah. Whether or not she makes it out of the movie, I don't know, but I'm telling you right now, you know what I think's going to happen? I think Arnold's going to fight the Rev 9. He's going to get obliterated because the Rev 9 is clearly a more advanced model. And then Mackenzie Davis is going to have to fight the Rev 9 and kill it.
Because they want the female to be the overpowering lead.
Yes.
Why doesn't the Arnold go back in time and stop his younger Terminator self from killing John Connor?
Because he has no means of time traveling.
He doesn't know how to make a time machine?
No.
He probably doesn't know how to do it, and he probably doesn't have the materials to do it.
But the other Terminator knew how to do it in Genesis.
That's Genesis. This isn't Genesis.
But Skynet is the same thing.
No, but you have to remember, this is a completely different story. Genesis doesn't count at all. Nor does Salvation, nor does Terminator 3.
So.
And they were using an external force in order to travel back in time and not an internal force.
Not to mention that if Skynet really is able to make, or Legion or whoever the fuck it is, makes cold fusion a thing, that's probably what it uses to time travel. And we are nowhere near close to mastering that in our reality. Well, I mean, that we know of anyway.
I don't know what to say. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm getting a headache. I don't know how to fix this.
They're not going to.
No.
Because even if this movie does off, right? They're going to be like, the movie did bad because you are a misogynist.
Yeah.
They've already built the excuse into the movie.
Who's a misogynist?
Everybody, anybody who doesn't like it.
Yeah,
It's all,
Bullshit.
it's
That's
all-
because it's a woman movie. Look at the three leads. Look at how they're going to, how Chris said.
so they can't say that it's the opposite why it failed?
what?
That it's Me Too movie and social justice warrior, that's why it failed?
Oh, there's going to be people who are going to be
Everything
marching
you
down the
just said is already happening.
Yeah.
We have the side who's saying this looks stupid. Why are you doing this? This is ridiculous. And
All
the
right.
counter to that is now you're a misogynist.
Okay.
You're a racist because the female lead is Hispanic. You don't like women. This is good. It's for the next generation. It's not for you. All that bullshit that they normally say.
Yeah, right.
Then we have the side that's going,
We're not making it for you older white
exactly.
males.
Then we have the side that's going, this is great. This is fantastic. This is the way all movies should be.
Right.
And the counter to that is you're a social justice warrior. You're a misandrist. You're this. You're that. It's already begun. So no matter how this movie comes out, no matter if you like it or not, you're going to have one side that's going to bitch you out about it, and we're going to lose the point. If the movie is terrible because it's a bad movie, that's not going to get brought up. If the movie's good because it's a good movie, that's not going to get brought up either because they're going to say, look, see, because it was 3 women in the lead. That's why it was good. And it's like, what do you mean?
Well, first of all, they're putting it out with no competition.
Of course, like they do with
can't.
Doctor Who.
There's a movie called Motherless Brooklyn. So obviously it's going to be number one no matter what. I don't think it's going to be. Let me go to the week before and see, because
When does it come out?
November 1st.
Right, okay, yeah.
All right. So basically, again, it's no competition.
Of course.
He knows when to release a movie, just like Titanic.
Exactly.
So even the next week, the competition is Doctor Sleep, Last Christmas. I mean, he could get 2 weeks out of it, but again, will it do well? I don't think it's going to do well at all. I don't know. I just have a feeling it's going to bomb anyway. Even though I think it's going to bomb anyway. There's no way I see this. Now, how much money it costs to make this? He won't say. Mom.
He's going to wait till the movie comes out. He's going to wait until it bombs or so.
I can't
And then
believe
it's going to be here's the price of the movie.
that pisses me off, man, because that's how we judge. He's not saying anything. So you don't know what's going to be a success or not. You have no idea. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right. Is there anything else other than Terminator to talk about? I know there's a lot.
Yeah, there was the It Chapter 2 trailer.
Was great. Looked
Yeah.
great.
It was good.
I'm looking forward to that. You saw the Jay and Silent Bob one too?
I did.
I think it's Ben Affleck's in it.
Yeah, him, Chris Hemsworth, everybody's in it.
Supergirl.
Yep.
I love that. That's cool. What else do we have today? We had Top Gun.
Yeah, that was kind of meh to me.
You know, yeah.
Cats. Did you
That's
see
what
it?
I said. That's what I said was the top.
I don't like it. You liked it, Chris?
No, I was really kind of afraid watching it. I was like, what the fuck?
It was
Like,
weird. It was weird, man.
when I saw Idris Elba, I was like, Idris, what the hell are you doing? Like, what?
I was just like, I felt uncomfortable. I don't know why.
Mm.
Yeah. And then there was a story about Toy Story 5. How, and I'm going to paraphrase that, if we do another one, we'll really make you happy with our ending. And
Oh, yeah.
And nobody will be unhappy in this ending. So, like, what? I thought that Toy Story 4 was it. Like, they made it where that's going to be it. Didn't they say that?
They did. Did you see the ending? Did you see
No,
it?
but I heard.
Okay, yeah. So, spoilers, right? They end it with Woody leaving the group.
Right.
He leaves and he's like, I'm going to stay with Bo Peep and make sure that toys that need to find children find their children.
Right.
And Buzz tells him Bonnie's going to be okay without you. And he's like, I know. Because she has Forky and the rest of them. So that was it.
That's a stupid ending.
It is. Oh, it's terrible. Yeah.
So they're like, oh, this made $800 million. Let's do another one and make that be the final one. And they're gonna get Woody back, and Buzz is gonna join him, and they're gonna end where they're all together, but not with Bonnie, with somebody else, just whatever.
I had an ending in mind that I thought would have been great. You do it, and I guess they could still do it. This is how I would have ended it, right? If they did, like, let's say they went up to 5, right? I would have had it to where you do the movie, in 5, do whatever they're going to do. There's always a main story, and then there's, like, the ancillary thing that happens, like Andy's getting older or something like that, right? Bonnie gets older. She grows up. She doesn't want to play with the toys anymore. She's giving them away. And, as she's giving them away, Andy comes back with a family of his own, gives the toys to his kids.
Right. Andy Jr. Right.
What would have been so bad about that?
Nothing.
It would have been a nice little, like, circular moment.
Yep.
The kid grows up, gives his toys to his kids, and it's a never-ending thing. Woody was a family heirloom, apparently, in the other movies.
Yep.
The whole time I was watching Toy Story 4, I was like, do you remember when Andy was going to take Woody to college with him?
Yep.
He should have done that.
That's nuts.
It's a terrible ending. I'm sorry. If you like Toy Story 4, more power to you. It's terrible.
I didn't see it, but again, there's going to be another one. So it doesn't matter. They just said that Tom Hanks said he would never say no. He would never say no because he loves Woody so much. I doubt Tim Allen would say no.
Oh, no. Yeah.
So get ready.
Tim Allen should say no if they write him as badly as they wrote Buzz in Toy Story 4.
Don't think you should write Buzz. Sometimes they write him bad. I mean, didn't they, like...
He was good. I thought he was fine in 1, 2, and 3.
Well, the one where he was just, they reset him. Remember that? It was all like...
That was 3, but there was a reason for that, because they reset him. In this one, he was just an idiot because he was an idiot.
Right.
Like, it was so jarring at points that it was just like, what are we doing with these two? Well, with him. And then the other two, the duck and the friggin' rabbit.
Oh, God.
Key and Peele were... I never wanted to take Coke bottles and shove them in my ears anytime I've ever seen a movie. These two pushed me to that level.
Right. Well, we'll probably
commercials alone made me want to do the same, sadly.
Listen, I'm pretty sure there's going to be another Toy Story. You don't even have to sell it.
Because they ended on a sour note, and they want everybody to be all joyful and happy.
Like they're supposed to be. It's a friggin' Toy Story movie.
Yeah.
If you made almost $1 billion, wouldn't you make a sequel? I mean, yes, of course. So that's a no-brainer. Let's go. You know. So Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is going to be over, huh? Yeah, I was talking to Billy. He's like, it's not canceled. It's ending. I'm like, okay. They're gonna end Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and then when it's over, the after credit scene's gonna be like, coming soon, Agents of S.W.O.R.D. That's what he said. Yeah, that's what he said.
It's only gonna have one season.
It's gonna be Nick Fury walking around going, "Where are my shoes, mother?"
Stop calling me, man.
They should have him show up like they did that time in an episode. Remember that? They had him show up. I don't know why they don't just make him show up on TV somewhere.
Because they don't want to pay him.
But why couldn't it be part of the contract with a movie? Like, right? You know.
Oh, yeah, but, you know, do you think these people think that way?
Gwyneth Paltrow didn't even know she was in the damn Spider-Man that time. Oh, I was? Yeah.
You mean Homecoming or Far From Home?
I mean, whatever it was. Was it Homecoming? Was it Homecoming we're talking about? Yeah. Homecoming, well, we diverted into Iron Man 4 for a few pages.
Yeah. Because Spidey got trapped in a van.
Well, I got to tell you, I knew they were doing a Thor 4.
Yep. That
you know, I'm glad it got proven right with that. But it looks like he's not going to be a big part of Guardians, I heard.
We shall see over this
James
weekend.
Cameron wants to do his thing, man.
Whenever they reveal, I don't know when their Hall H presentation is. It might be tomorrow. I think it might be Saturday. But
Probably Saturday.
when we get that reveal of what their next few plans are, that's going to be interesting.
Well, we know what it is, really. There's no surprises, I don't think.
Oh no, I don't think so. I think that there's something that they're not telling us.
The only surprise it could possibly be is if Keanu Reeves was Namor somehow.
Oh, it might be something like that. I think there's going to be a few on it that we're going to be like, what? Like,
like New Warriors or some shit, or like.
Could be anything. They could come out tomorrow and be like, friggin', we're doing a Hulk movie where we're going to reverse the Professor Hulk thing.
That, or they could be holding back, stating, okay, you know what's going to happen in Phase 4? We're going to give you, they're going to go through the entire spiel, and then Fantastic Four, X-Men. Granted, we don't know if it's going to be in the mid part of Phase 4 or the tail end of Phase 4.
I think
but look forward to that.
I think X-Men's going to be a Phase 5 thing.
Yeah, I think so too. I think Deadpool will be an announcement for Phase 4. Deadpool.
Yeah, I could see that.
I think it's going to be called Deadpool and Cable. I think that's what they're going to call it. Or Cable.
Deadpool goes to Disney World.
Yes.
Or Cable and Deadpool, maybe they're going to call it. Or whatever.
And that's how, better yet, they start off the movie or end the movie with the two of them going to Disneyland, and it's like, Cable's like, and he says,
like, I don't know how a 6-foot rat has a whole deal.
This is the happiest place on earth. How can you be?
You know they're gonna do scenes.
You know
You know they're gonna do.
I'm waiting for the friggin' MonsterVerse panel because I heard we're getting Godzilla vs. Kong stuff.
Oh. So now, isn't there another Spider-Man movie part of the contract? That's the last movie, the next one.
Yes.
Why are they saying that it wasn't? Why do they make it like this one was the last movie? Who the hell are these people?
I don't really know, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So I know the next one's the last one of the contract. All right.
It'll be called Spider-Man. Everybody knows who the hell I am.
Well, I was like, what is it going to be called? Home Sweet Home?
Yeah.
That's what I put in the title.
I introduced a Daredevil in this one, or Kingpin.
I think Kingpin, but don't make him Wakandan. Whoever decided that, stupid.
That's Craven.
Yeah, they don't make Craven Wakandan at all. Yeah.
I said Kingpin or Daredevil and all that.
Please, we're getting Spider-Man Werewolf, Chris, in the comics. Get your action figure, and we're getting Fat Thor. You have to buy all the figures to form Fat Thor.
Of course, you can't fit in one package.
He's the building.
Wow.
Fat Thor.
I saw that picture. I didn't know he was the figure that you build, though.
Yeah, supposedly, yeah. So.
Which figure comes with his gut?
Imagine, I don't know. You know what they should do? They should put a little salad in there to make it like, will you eat it or not? Like, yeah.
Right?
That'd be
a big
funny.
gulp as well.
Right.
You can make Big Lebowski Thor.
So, what about Terminator? Not Terminator. What about Transformers?
I haven't heard anything about Transformers.
It's sleeping, huh?
Probably.
You know, Rob Liefeld's doing art of G.I. Joe comic. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. He's doing Snake Eyes and stuff. I'm like, oh wow. I thought Snake Eyes was the next movie of G.I. Joe. Wasn't that supposed to be like Snake Eyes? And then they were going to do G.I. Joe 3, or?
That was supposed to be it.
They're waiting for The Rock to be ready.
Finally.
I know. I'm going to tell you right now, don't be too shocked, but Hobbs and Shaw is probably going to get a sequel.
Oh, yeah.
No, really, boy.
Yeah. Don't be shocked.
Oh, wow.
It's going to do phenomenal. I'm telling you right now.
So if they're going to meet the Black Superman in this one, what are they going to do?
Took the Bond joke out. You heard that?
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want to do a joke about Bond. That's another thing entirely, the James Bond thing.
Oh, God.
So 007 is a female.
So
Which
that's
we're gonna do a Bond cast on that one, but That's just totally nonsense.
At least they didn't turn like the actual James Bond into a woman.
But again,
they're just giving this woman the code.
No one's been called 007 other than James Bond. So like now you're James Bond and 007 is like Clark Kent and Superman. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, 007. You never like most of the time they call them 007. So like calling a woman 007 is like calling her James Bond. It's just I'm gonna tell you right now, people are gonna rebel. They're gonna rebel. That franchise in the toilet. Tell you right now. You watch. Listen, I love all Daniel Craig's movies, man. Saw them all, and I'm gonna tell you, this movie's gonna freaking bomb, probably. Bomb. But whatever. We'll save that for the Bondcast. All right. Anything else, Chris?
Oh, I forgot. You may have already talked about this, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Black Mask.
Oh, go ahead.
So, for those of you who don't know, Black Mask, the villain of Birds of Prey, DC's Harley Quinn feature film, because, Harley Quinn, played by Ewan McGregor, of course, Obi-Wan, is apparently going to be gay in this film. Because, why not?
Is that going to distract from the movie?
So his black mask, is it going to be bedazzled as well?
I mean, is he going to act gay in the movie?
So, from what I've heard, they said that there's going to be quote-unquote tension between him and Zaz, who's another DC/Batman villain.
Who?
Zaz, the one who cuts himself with every kill.
Yes.
He's gay too?
I guess what they're saying is that he's not going to come out and be like, I'm homosexual. He's just going to be like,
I'm here and I'm queer.
Has tension with another male character, and it's not going to be a big portion of the movie. Which makes me wonder, why did you have to say it if it's not a big part?
Because
why don't you let
going to
people
be
figure it
controversy.
themselves?
It's like they tried to make. Remember how they thought they were doing something so great, and they tried to make the character of Sulu in J.J. Abrams gay, and George Takei was pissed off because he's like, he's gay, but Sulu's not gay. And he's like, you're trying to honor me, but you're insulting me. It's like, hello, and it's like, come on now. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. People don't get it. They're like, look, we put a gay in there. Iceman's gay. No, he's not, but okay.
Somebody made a really good point. They were like, how come, if you wanted to do this, how come you didn't just have Harley Quinn be bisexual and put Poison Ivy in the movie?
Yeah, there you go. But that's the way it is.
I was like, that's a good point. Why didn't you do that? Like,
guys, because in this Me Too movement, women are supposed to be hetero, and the guys are, since they're supposed to be the toxic masculinity, they're supposed to be the ones who are actually swinging that way.
Get it? Toxic mask.
They couldn't handle making her bisexual because they wouldn't even know what to do.
Yeah,
it's very simple.
They want her to be with the Joker or linked with the Joker. They don't want to have any other crap.
But they could still do that. She's bisexual.
Correct, but they're trying to do the love story. Like,
I know.
They're only for them, each other, and shit.
But this is so stupid, though. Like,
I know.
Listen, I don't understand why they do have to shit certain things. But, Oh, so Quentin Tarantino, they were going to him, and they're like, well, listen, you're going around, you're saying that you're doing 10 movies, and your 10th movie's not Star Trek. What's up? And he's like, well, I am doing Star Trek. They're like, okay, but that's more than 10 movies. And he's like, and he was saying how he don't do loopholes and everything. He's like, well, I guess that's a loophole. They're like, but you say you don't do loopholes.
And then he smacked the interviewer.
And he's like, well, when I said 10 movies, I meant original. But then again, I said no loopholes. So it's like, all right. So what if he goes against his own word? Who cares? Why is it so important to him? Like, he says he's definitely going to do Star Trek. He's like, well, then maybe Star Trek will be my movie. But then he wants to do a new movie with Zorro and Django Unchained.
Yeah,
You know?
the sequel to that's going to have Zorro.
Yeah, I just said that. Zorro and Django Unchained. Right. So that would make 12.
Too?
What?
Didn't you want to do Kill Bill Volume 3?
He's not no more because they're not getting along, I guess. You know, so I don't know, man. I don't understand what the big deal is. Why? Who cares if he does 11 or 12?
He said, from my understanding, if he does Star Trek, that's going to be his last movie.
Well, that was supposed to be, but then that wasn't supposed to be meant his last movie because his last movie's what? It was, I forget what it was, he said.
Was it
I don't know what.
Time in Hollywood?
No, that's the 9th movie.
Oh.
There was another movie he's doing. I forgot what it was. But whatever, dude. Just do Star Trek and let's go. Come on. And of course, I don't think JJ is happy about that. Because a lot of times he's like, oh, I don't know if that movie's coming out anytime soon. So, like, you know, you got to think that they all have egos, man. That they're all like, you know, because I think J.J. Abrams interfered quite a bit with Discovery because he owns a percentage of, you know, and Picard, I think he affected also. But now that didn't Warner Brothers buy him? So, Bad Robot. He's going to be doing, what's going on with the Snyder Cut garbage?
Oh, God.
It's not coming out.
Why are they putting posters up everywhere?
Yeah, because people think that they're going to get it if they do that. And it's like, come on.
Well, here's the thing, right? He doesn't work there anymore, right? So why does he keep talking about it? He's driving people nuts about it.
Because I think he's trying to stir the pot.
But why? He doesn't work there anymore.
I don't know.
He wants to save his ass.
He's being a shit disturber, though. He's being a shit disturber, though.
Maybe there's some bad blood between him and Warner Brothers or DC. You never know.
So he keeps screwing around about Snyder.
Yeah, saying you could have had this movie, but Warner Brothers decided, hey, put their foot in it and forced me to do that.
And where's Joss Whedon? What is he doing?
I don't know.
He's not with Marvel or DC.
Nope. He might be done. He's like, hey, I did Justice League and Avengers.
Just
what else?
retired, done? Just done.
I'm sure it'll make sense in the future, but, you know.
Is there any other movie they're going to screw up, or is it just we got pretty
there's
much?
plenty of movies they can screw up.
Yeah. Well, Kong is not Godzilla's Kong. They're not going to screw that up, are they?
Oh, I think that there's always the chance that they do.
Really?
Yeah. I think that they could screw up a lot of things. I think they could screw up Suicide Squad. I think they could screw up.
James Gunn's going to screw up Suicide Squad?
I'm not saying him per se. I'm saying Warner Brothers sees the final cut and they go, excuse me, this isn't what we want. And then, you know.
So
the next thing for Whedon, they're saying for 2020 is a TV series, and it's in filming. It's called The Nevers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because the fan base killed the Buffy thing, basically. They don't like that shit. And he's like, all right, I'm done with that. So.
Oh, is that what happened with that?
Basically.
Yeah, they were going to reboot it.
Yeah, they weren't happy about that. They weren't feeling that at all. Got a chance to do an Angel revival. They should. The Flash movie's just not happening, huh? Or it is, or we just don't know what the hell's happening with that.
This movie's in like the Speed Force limbo right now.
Right. And Aquaman is waiting for the Trench movie, right? Or whatever the hell that's called.
Yeah.
And Wonder Woman 3, we know probably, right?
Well, we got to see how Wonder Woman 2 does because there's some weird things happening with that.
That looks like shit so far. I don't know about that psychedelic weird crap. So, I don't like the way that looks, that poster, that weird colored poster.
Yeah.
And she's saying it's not a sequel, so is this like another timeline?
Man, I don't even know what DC.
Isn't the Wonder Woman movie like she makes a deal with the devil basically and Steve Trevor's alive again, or?
I don't know.
Or I'm sorry, not deal with the devil, makes a deal with one of the gods. That's like the devil. 80s, right?
Yeah.
I'll make a deal with you. Okay.
What do you want?
Yeah.
I want my boyfriend back.
Right.
And you're gonna be in trouble.
I'll give you your boyfriend, and I'll give you Cheetah.
Yeah.
So what the hell would 3 be about? Are they going to do time period? Are they going to do the 90s next?
Maybe they'll do Wonder Woman trying to escape Zack Snyder from putting her in Batman versus Superman. She's like, "No, stay away from me, you fiend!" And he's like, "You must be in my movie, Wonder Woman." And yeah.
And then then we send Deadpool. He shoots somebody in the head. So
Yeah.
Could they send Deadpool to the Dark Phoenix movie and just like prevent it?
I mean,
that might be. Hey, think about it. That might be another little credit scene.
Could they do a scene where Deadpool is digging up Logan? And like from the grave, he's like, "He healed back to works. Look."
They should do a
What happened?
he's like,
Bernie, a weekend at Bernie type of thing where he.
Hold on, Scott. Go ahead.
He's like, "Logan, wake up! We've got to go fight the Avengers."
And he's like, he looks like a zombie underneath the grave, like trying to heal himself. Yeah, we got to fight the Avengers. Yeah. How about that movie person that wants to change the name of the X-Men? She says X-Men is sexist.
Oh, they said that in Dark Phoenix.
What do they say?
They said that it should be X-Women.
In the movie, they said it.
Yeah, they
Says
did.
it. Yeah.
Gene says it.
Mystique.
Mystique does.
Oh God! And then they kill her.
She's talking to Xavier at the time.
And then they kill her. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's your idea.
How could you call the X-Men X-Women? First of all, it doesn't even look right when they do it like that. They've never had a comic like that.
It was supposed to be like X-Men wasn't actually referring to men. It was like mankind.
Yeah.
Right.
Not friggin' just men, because there's
Correct.
obviously female mutants. So it's like you gotta. These people, they don't think outside the friggin' box.
And
They're
the
just
word
like,
and letter X wasn't referring to Xavier, it was referring to something extra in their genes. So,
Well, Professor Xavier X.
but still, that was just a happenstance.
And Spider-Man's a devil worshiper all of a sudden because he goes like this.
Yeah.
That just blows my mind.
Okay, but Spider-Man.
Right. Nobody says shit about that. He's not better than Cumberbatch. So like, yeah, he's all right. But that Spider guy.
Magic and stuff. But Spider-Man, he's shooting webs from his wrists. Satan. You know.
It's bad. Yeah. And don't call a manhole. It's got to be a maintenance hole.
A maintenance hoe?
Hole. Maintenance hole. I
Everything. I just hate all of it.
Right. We're doing a topic wonders on that one. The new gender words. Yeah, they say we call you can't say watchmen, you gotta say guards. Right. Just picture doing the HBO special guards. That'd be terrible.
Guards, formerly known as the Watchmen.
Right. Like when Prince gave up his name.
Yeah, that was in dispute over his contract.
And then he had to spend his whole fortune to get it back.
Yep.
All right, guys, we're out of here. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye for now.